All right, we're live here. McKenna Warnock over Kaylee Kellogg in the corner. Got Peyton Blank, who's also a senior here, starting here for the Monona Grove Silver Eagles, guarded by Izzy Peterson, number 10. Oregon in man-to-man, looking to play at the nice shot by McKenna Warnock. MG in their 2-2-1 full court zone. Should see this a lot today. Nice tip and steal there by MG. Ooh, Izzy Peterson. Oh, nice hands by Peyton Blang there. And that's 32, Liz Uhl. Welcome to everyone here for W7 Productions. We got Monona Grove versus Oregon here, a Badger Conference South matchup. Rebounded McKenna Warnock in transition here. Oregon came out in man-to-man, have been sticking with it, and 3 from Julia Bruns in the corner. So a quick 5-0 run for Monona Grove to start this game. MG in their 2-2-1 press, you see this a lot with them. They tend to bait the team into coming across half court, looking to get traps, see if they can create some turnovers. And Gary will be with us here in just a moment. He's just getting some things set up. In the corner for number 11 there, that's Jenna Stats. 3 from Shrimp was short. And ball to MG. So Oregon's been playing really well since the last time these two met. When MG played them at Oregon, it was about a 20-point victory, and it was never really in doubt. Oregon since then has been playing much better. They got a big win against Reedsburg in the Badger Challenge, and also just got a recent victory against Monroe, who's also a very tough team. Corner 3 again from Curran, no. Nice draw and kick, though, there by McKenna Warnock. Stats with it in the corner, back cut by Uhl. Turnaround jumper, tough shot. MG going 2-2-1, then following back into their man-to-man half court. Ball to Julie Bruns in the corner, back out to Peyton Blank, swings it to McKenna Warnock. You got to keep your hands up on her. Got to keep your hands up on McKenna Warnock. You cannot leave her comfortable out there on the perimeter. She will drop that on you. Welcome, Gary.
Fear not, my little flock. I'm here. They're panicking on me. How you doing, Coach? Thanks for taking the reins to get us started here.
Good. Much better now that you're on here with me.
Well, hey, glad to be here, Monona Grove. Looking inside the MG huddle here. Corey Poole with us again from Let It Rain basketball coach. Appreciate you making all the time that you have this season.
Yeah.
We got a really nice gift for you when this day is over. So
I look forward
let's
to
not
it.
go by monetary value, more like sentimental value. Can we agree on that?
I need some W7 gear.
That's what we're gonna hook you up. We're gonna hook you up with
right.
that. Well, hey, welcome. It's 8-0 already, MG. And Coach, it was kind of funny in the pregame. You and I were just chatting a little bit and said, hey, MG may come out a little flat and get surprised today, but they look pretty good so far.
Yeah, they've come out with good energy, and Oregon's struggling right now against that 2-2-1. MG, I was talking about it earlier on the broadcast here. They kind of bait you into coming across half court.
Right.
Then they'll trap you and throw a bunch of traffic at you, and Oregon hasn't handled it too well quite yet. So MG sticking with their half-court man.
I think, I looked at the results so far this season. I mean, this is a big game. Obviously, it's a conference game. It's always a big game. But when I look at Oregon, this is a good signature victory opportunity for them. I mean, they've already beaten Monroe. They took Watertown down to the buzzer. I mean, this would be, to add that to the resume would look really good for this team, even though they're 4-5 in the conference.
Yeah, they beat Reedsburg.
And beat Reedsburg by 1 no, they beat them at Reedsburg, I believe.
No, that was Badger Challenge, if I remember correctly. Me and you called that. We called that game at the Badger Challenge, I believe.
No, that was Reedsburg, and I get them all mixed up.
Oregon beat. Was it Portage?
Portage. Oregon beat. It was the 2 orange teams.
Yeah.
Oregon beat Portage.
My apologies.
Reedsburg lost to DeForest.
That's right. Well,
is that right? No. Monona Grove beat DeForest.
Monona Grove beat DeForest.
The mystery is, Oh, Reedsburg lost to Monroe. That's what it was.
Yes, there you go.
Holy cow. I'll get this Badger stuff straight yet, Coach. Trust me.
Well, it's more my fault than yours.
No. 8-5 in favor of Monona Grove. Warnock at the free throw line. How many points has she accounted for already?
She's got at least 5.
Yeah, I saw a 3 and a 2.
Yeah, she's got 5, but Julie Bruns has a corner 3. A little short there.
Boy, that's nice if Bruns could come out and contribute right away. That, again, we've talked about this many times. It takes so much pressure off McKenna if we can get somebody else to step up offensively.
Yeah, and what we're seeing right now with Oregon is they're going man, and just my opinion, I think that plays right into McKenna Warnock taking it to you.
I agree.
You try to play her straight up, it's going to be problems unless you're very specific on how you guard her. And I have ideas on that, but I'm not going to disclose them.
1 of 2 for Warnock from the line. Oh, nice pass. Blown coverage there somewhere. Izzy Peterson for 2.
MG looked to be in a zone there. It looked like they just had somebody overextended and got caught on that weak side.
Izzy had his big smile on coming out of the in the starting lineups this afternoon. Just great kid. She was our player of the game a couple weeks ago. Do you remember?
Oh yeah. No, she had a great post-game interview. Loved her answers.
Yeah, she did great. Shot no good. Good defense. Good block out by Oregon.
Yeah, so very quickly we got a 7-1 run by Oregon to make this a 9-7 game. So my expectations of this game is Oregon's going to give MG everything they can handle.
And 10-second violation. Boy, kudos to Peyton Nelson for causing that to happen.
I think time is traveling a bit faster in this gym. There was
a
couple 5-second calls in the JV game that were about 3 seconds, I felt like. But
well, you should have been with us in Slinger last night.
A lot of them?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, there was a heck of a lot of charges and very little cash. I can tell everybody was at their limit. It was ridiculous. There must have been 6 charges in the girls' game.
All right, somebody's got to give
Here's the inbounds.
Nice job by Uhl, really making that catch tough for Peyton Nelson.
Warnock, no good. Rebound, 32, that's Liz Uhl. Oregon has about 26 players on their roster, by the way.
Just so I'm on record, I hate those fouls. When you're basically a full court away from the basket and you got 3 girls on the ball reaching in, and it's just a bad idea. But live and learn.
Right.
All right, the 1-3-1 now for MG.
9-7, 12:36 to go first half. We'll get the scoreboard going here fairly soon. We're still coming together here the usual. You guys know how it goes. And there's a steal by Johnson.
Oregon playing really hard here. So J.D. Christensen's in the game for MG. She's number 10. Anytime she comes in, MG will go to that 1-3-1 quite a bit. They like her at the top of it with her length. And they're back to man-to-man now and then out of bounds.
9-7. 12:19 left first half. Oregon in black and Monona Grove in white. Monona Grove 8-1 in the Badger South, I believe, and Oregon 4-5. But again, I think they're better than what their record shows. Oregon, I really do. I think they've improved a lot during the season too.
They definitely are.
Izzy Peterson, good defense by MG here. 11:50 to go first half. 9-7 in favor of Monona Grove. Nice feed inside. Boy, got to finish that. Didn't get it. Ball loose. Still loose.
Hustle. Nice hustle.
A scrum and jump ball.
Ooh, okay. Little Izzy Peterson, Jenny Gorton scrum in there.
Jenny will bring it.
Yeah.
Don't mess with her. I'm telling you, she's got attitude to spare, and I'm okay with that.
I like seeing that.
I do too. I like it.
Had about 5 kids on the ground there. That's what you want to see in a varsity level basketball game. Heck, at any basketball game.
Somebody's got to do the dirty work. I mean, McKenna will do plenty of it herself, but Jenny will mix it up with anybody. I think he's still mad at us for not getting her name right in that Milwaukee Academy game.
The player to be named later.
9-7 MG. Here's Johnson. Nice kick out. Gorton 3, short. Rebound, Oregon. And double dribble. That pressure is really giving Oregon a hard time.
It is. I thought they were going to catch Darien with a foul there. I was hoping not, because I thought her defense was pretty on point. Stayed nice and low, kept her hands wide.
First of two tonight at 7:15, we'll be at Madison Edgewood for Blackhawk and Edgewood.
That should be a good one.
That'll be a fun one. Hannah Butler, I believe, 36 points away from 1,000. I don't think she'll make that tonight, but she should get pretty close. She had 21 points and 10 rebounds last night against Judah. They won 96-20, by the way.
Wow.
Still 9-7, kind of a scoring drought here. Good defense on both sides. There it is for two.
There, got a tie game.
Elsie on the basket. That's Katie, and it's 9-9.
So this is MG's in their 4-out, 1-in look. The idea with it is they want their post to set ball screens, lots of them. The challenge that Coach Tyler's been having is that the bigs have not been getting out of the middle very far. You want to set those ball screens out more in the slot area, corner, wing, away from the middle of the floor, and a lot of their ball screens are happening more in the middle of the floor. So your ball handler's coming off of those with not a lot of room to work with, and it just kind of clogs things up a bit. So we'll see if they've done some work to adjust that a bit.
Carly Roberts on the foul for Oregon. Substitution in for Oregon, 33. That's Sedona Roberts.
And Sedona and Carly Roberts.
Did I get that right? Sedona
sisters.
Roberts?
Yeah, Sedona's a senior, and her sister, number 12, Carly, is a sophomore.
Nice job by Gorton sinking both free throws, her first two. It's 11-9 Monona Grove, 10:28 to go first half.
MG in there 1-3-1. Still with J.D. Christensen up top with that length.
Yep. Good rotation by Oregon. That's what you have to do against that zone. You got to get that baseline runner working, right?
Yeah.
Three-point shot in and good.
Saw Carly Roberts did a nice job of staying strong. She's a guard, but she got in the middle of that floor. Ball hits middle, defensive collapse. You can get kickouts, and that's what it looked like to me there.
That was Jenna Stotts for three, and Oregon takes their first lead at 12-11. And a steal by Warnock. Pull-up three. No good.
Nice hustle.
Boy, good hustle going and chasing that down by Christensen. Out of bounds, though. It's coming our way, Coach. Corey Poole on the save. 12-11, 9:44 first half. Well, it's a 12-3 run here for Oregon.
MG's 2-2-1. So they'll trap this quick.
Will they trap the whole game, Coach?
If they feel like they're getting the turnovers they're looking for, or at least causing havoc, they will.
And there's a foul. That's going to be on Curran. That's her first. Second team foul. Going to the line will be 24. Vanessa Goltz.
You know, the challenge with a zone press, in my opinion, is once a team figures out where your gaps are in the zone, you know, they'll start carving you up a little bit.
Yep.
So we'll see if that happens. It looked like Oregon's handled a little bit better here the last few possessions.
Yes. Goltz sinks them both. First two for Vanessa Goltz. 14-11. Oregon by 3 with 9:29 to go first half. Warnock, oh, great feed to Blang. Boy, that was a heck of a pass. Coach, that was
nice.
Again, it doesn't. You'll never see it as good as you will right here. I mean, just the snap of the wrist, and that ball was sent sailing.
Yep. No,
boy, that was nice. I didn't even see who got the basket. I didn't even see.
Shauna Curran ended up
Curran
with
got the finish.
The pass originally was to Peyton Blang on a little back screen cut. She missed the left-handed layup, but Shauna was there to clean it up.
What an opportunity to watch a talent. I think we've talked about this, but it still deserves repeating. You're really just in the midst of watching a very, very special player closing out her career here the next few weeks for Monona Grove in McKenna Warnock. I mean,
yep.
She's such an amazing talent.
Yeah, and she's really just had a fantastic year all around.
Yes. There's a turnover.
Been trusting her teammates more this year, making a lot more.
Well, I was going to say that it seems like it's a lot more team-oriented this year, and you've got kids that have stepped up. I mean, Peyton Blang has had some really great games, and again, Gorton kind of being the intimidator. Curran's played well underneath as well. I think they're coming together.
Yeah.
There's a steal by Gorton.
MG's 1-3-1, causing a
Bounce
little bit
pass.
of an issue for Oregon here the last few possessions.
Blang, no good. Rebound, Oregon ball loose, and we're going to have a foul by Curran about 91 feet from the basket. That's 2.
Getting rid of the tail end of a cold.
Oh, it's going around. No. It's all over the place, I tell you. That's why I just live in a bubble 6 nights a week. Oh, wait, no, I'm in public schools all the time. Never mind.
Yeah,
that's not a bubble. 14-13.
You're going to be immune to all this.
Right? That's what I'm saying. I'm building up my immune system. I was telling Coach Nelson earlier, he saw me when I came in. He said, "Do you need any help?" I'm like, "No, this is my gym time. I lug in all these bags. I don't have to go to the gym anymore."
Nice hustle again by both teams here.
And that might be a travel, maybe. Nope, timeout. MG. Let's take a look inside the Oregon huddle here. Full timeout. Sure. Now Coach Wamsley and the girls, great supporters at W7. We appreciate that. Coach has been very, very supportive of what we're doing, and again, they let us come in and bring these cameras behind them, and trust that we're gonna protect that, which we do, of course. We take that very seriously, and we just appreciate the access that all of these coaches and teams give us that we get. We don't take it for granted by any means. Well, hey, while we got a minute, I want to give a big thank you to the Slinger Lady Owls. We had a great time at Slinger last night with the girls, and they were too kind, as these girls always tend to be, and gave us a nice little gift package, a Slinger T-shirt, and some treats, which I admittedly took care of most of them on the way home. It was a great night, and. Ganal Kaiser, thank you for joining us on the broadcast, but we just had a great time in Slinger, as we always do, and just always love going there. So thank you, Slinger, for just a great evening. We're looking forward to being there on senior night on Valentine's Day. 14-13 here, back live. Monona Grove with the ball and trailing by 1. Coach Poole will rejoin us here momentarily. Here's Warnock. Julia Bruns to Peyton Nelson, back to Warnock, open 3, McKenna Warnock for 3. 9 points for Warnock at 16-14 in favor of Monona Grove. And to Coach Poole's point, Oregon is getting good at breaking that press. May have to see if Coach Keene wants to mix it up a little bit. We'll see. 16-14 in favor of Monona Grove, 7:25 left first half. First of 2 tonight will be at Madison Edgewood for Blackhawk and Edgewood. 7:15 tip. John Satterley from 78 South Radio is going to join us. And Max Etheridge, assistant coach here at Monona Grove, will also be joining us. So should be a fun evening. Looking forward to it. 16-14 here, 7:06 to go first half. The only scoring he missed, Coach, is a 3-pointer by McKenna Warnock.
All right.
16-14 MG.
She's got what now? 8, 9?
9 already. Here's Gorton, 3, no good. Rebound.
That's Uhl. She's a nice player.
Liz Uhl.
Good poke from behind there by Darian Johnson.
I got to pull the matrix of the Oregon roster here. There's Uhl right there for 2.
So Oregon in a 1-3-1. We'll see how MG handles this. And your traditional 4-out, 1-in look against a 1-3-1, and yeah, you don't want to do that.
Was that McKenna again?
Yes, it
was. Boy,
was.
she is something else, I tell you.
Yeah, you got to make her work a little harder for points.
Yeah, those are easy for her. That's 12 points for Warnock already. 19-16 MG. Back to the top of the key, 3-point shot. Got it. Shooter's roll.
Uhl had a big game in that Badger Conference Challenge.
Yes, she did. She sure did. Gorton wants that 3 down in the corner so bad.
Nice hustle.
Way to stay with it. Looking for Johnson, out of bounds. Oregon ball. Coach, I mean, what are your thoughts, as we kind of get ready for postseason here. I mean, is MG, are they positioned, do you think, properly to make a run deep in the postseason this year?
Well, I think they certainly can. I was having a conversation with Coach Max, and I mean, I think they could be a type that, to me, they're the type of team that could. Ooh.
Saw a couple elbows there.
Jenny Gordon almost got one from McKenna Warnock.
I got a feeling Jenny'd return it with interest.
But we were talking, and I didn't quite say this to Max, but I feel like MG's the type of team that they could go to state. Like they're that.
I
level
agree.
Of team,
yeah, I do too.
But they're also a team that could
lose in the second game of regionals.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're at. I mean, I really.
I just feel like
it's weird to say that with a 14-1 team. I mean, it's not like they've had a bunch of losses. I mean.
No, they've had a great season, no doubt about it.
Kellogg!
I feel like their defense is where they really have to hone in and get a little more consistent. There's games where their defense is on point. They play a fantastic game, and there's others where, remember the first half of that DeForest game. It was ugly.
Yeah.
And you just can't have that inconsistency once playoff time comes.
Nice drive.
And that was another instance of it right there.
Caitlin Shrimp for 2.
In a varsity game, it should be pretty rare that a kid's getting all the way to the hoop with nobody there to stop her from shooting a layup.
Kellogg baseline drive. Nice kick. Peyton Nelson, no good. Weak side rebound. Good job by Christensen to be there, get that rebound.
I think it might have been a pass by Nelson.
That's right. We'll go with that, right?
Over the rim pass.
Peyton saw JD on the other side of the rim. There's only one way to get it there. Bombs away.
Yeah, it was a nice drive baseline there by Kaylee Kellogg. It's kind of your classic drive baseline, draw that weak side help, and that corner shooter is typically going to be wide open in that situation.
Peyton Nelson comes out. Blang back in. Peyton for Peyton.
Lots of Peytons around. We almost named.
They're not spelled the same, though. Peyton Nelson is the E-I-G-H-T-O-N, P-E-I-G-H-T-O-N, and Peyton Blang is P-E-Y-T-O-N. I've also seen P-A-Y-T-O-N.
Yeah, I think that's more the traditional.
I think that's always the tribute to Walter. That's always the way I look at it. 22-21, MG by 1, 4:31 to go first half. Corey Poole joining us from Letter Rain Basketball. Well, Coach, your season will be getting ready to start here pretty soon.
Oh, yeah. We are, tomorrow is our uniform fitting, so we'll be getting uniforms ordered for all our new kids and kids that need new ones.
So you've done tryouts, all that stuff's done now, and you got your team. And
all our teams are set, so we're up to 10 teams now as a
Wow,
program.
good for you.
Started with 1. This will be our 5th season, so our first season we had 1 team.
Nice.
It's just kind of grown organically. And
I know something about that.
Yeah, just try to stay true to your principles, serve the kids, make sure they're having a great time, make sure it's high-level basketball. That's why they play in the spring and summer.
Yep.
But that's been our focus, is just stay focused on the kids.
And there seems to be, and you and I could go way deep on this one, but I mean, it seems to be in some clubs, and I'm not going to obviously mention any names, but I mean, the focus is on making the club great and not helping, partnering with the high school program and helping make the kids great for high school basketball. I mean, what's your philosophy on that? There's a steal by Warnock.
Well, I've told all our coaches the last thing I want to be is somebody who gets in the way of a relationship between a varsity coach and one of their players. I think we have to work together on stuff like that.
Yeah.
During the season, we stay out of their hair as much as we can. Now, we'll have skill sessions because if kids want to get more work in, I think that's supporting the varsity program.
And I would assume most coaches are good with that. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
You're not in there teaching them how to jack threes from 35 feet. I mean, that's not what you do. I mean, not that some people don't, but.
Yeah. No, but I think, like anything, you get money and adults involved and things can get a little ugly at times.
Amen to that. No question.
So we're trying to not be one of those types of clubs if we can avoid it. And I think we've done a good job so far.
Well, that's great. Best of luck to you guys this year. We got one more MG game coming up. Maybe a second one. We're having some conversations on. I may have some scheduling issues next week, so we're going to have to see.
Watertown, right?
Yeah.
Because it was going to be.
Yeah, it was going to be La Follette. Now it's Watertown. Yeah. Sadly, though, La Follette commented on social media saying, "Why are you saying it's Watertown? We're playing MG." And I'm like, okay, I don't know how to answer that.
We're going to let that one sit out there for a little bit.
Yeah. Caitlin Shrimp at the free throw line. First one in and good. One more for Caitlin.
What's neat about both these programs for me is we have lots of kids from Monona Grove and Oregon in our program.
Sure, of course you do.
So in that JV game I was just watching.
A lot of your kids
yeah,
out there playing.
We had 7 kids on the floor.
Fun.
I think there's bright futures for both these programs.
No question.
Love that.
Warnock for 3.
That's one of my favorite actions that MG just ran there. Get a high slot ball screen, keep that gap wide open at the wing. You can kind of feed that other player to the weak side, excuse me. Just have a corner shooter, and you give McKenna Warnock a ball screen and a gap, and she's going to make a play.
She's got 15 of Monona Grove's 25. It's 25-23, Monona Grove, 2:30 to go first half.
Nice kick out.
Stotts, no good. Rebound, Bruns.
Man-to-man for Oregon. That to me, they looked like they wanted to maybe run that same action, but they just weren't patient enough. It got a little jumbled up.
Here's Blang. Being guarded by Carly Roberts. Nice weak side pass. Oh, good job by Blang waiting. Couldn't get the finish though.
MG's flying around on D right now. I like the energy. They're man-to-man. Here, Coach Keel yelling out gaps. He wants those players in the gaps so they can help, recover, rotate, all those good things. It's what you want to see with a good man-to-man defense. Ooh.
1:29 to go first half. It's 25-23. We got a player down. That's Carly Roberts.
Looked like Carly might have took a chest to the nose there. Never fun getting hit in the nose.
A little bit of rust, you think, on both teams, just, not playing or practicing for a week. I mean, we saw some of that last night. I mean, I would expect that to be expected.
I think so. Very nice. Good help there, good hands. Carly just got a little tip. Oh.
Warnock in the lane, and one. McKenna Warnock. Wow.
Coach Walmsley is not happy.
No, I can't expect that he would be.
Oh, he just yelled out every MG game. I'm guessing that he's not liking some of the calls.
Oh, is the officiating he's not overly thrilled with?
Yeah.
What are you guys getting, hometown refs again and hometown calls?
You slide me
you
to
grease
20.
the palms
Yeah,
again,
you
Corey?
slide me to 20 and you usually get a few extra calls.
20, 21, whatever it takes, right?
Yeah, I don't know what could have been the problem there, because the defender fell down, McKenna attacked and got hit twice while she's going up. And to me, it was an obvious foul. I didn't think there was any question in that one.
28-23, 1 minute to go, first half. Oh, there we go, a little NBA announcer there. Put a chime with that, sir.
Oh, that's when we foul. Yep. McKenna did a great job of jumping that ball screen, but just got a little too aggressive.
So you'll foul number 14, Warnock, her first, 2-7. At the line, shooting one on a bonus, Peterson.
Izzy Peterson to the free throw line, 49.9 seconds to go, first half. 28-23, Monona Grove. First one in and good. One more for Izzy. No good on the second one. 28-24, 45 seconds left first half. Warnock thought about it. Coach Walmsley puts his hands up saying, hey, we're going to get a call or what? Blang on the rebound, or Nelson on the rebound. Oregon breaking that trap. Stotts for three.
Big shot.
Jenna Stotts.
Big shot. So see what MG runs here. You got 13-12. Usually you want to run it with about 10 to 8 seconds. Waiting a little too long here. Oh, I hate that.
Oh, well, that was nice. It would have been really nice if that had dropped. Boy, that was a nice pass by Peyton Nelson. Halftime at Monona Grove, your halftime score, MG 28, Oregon 27. We're going to take a break. You're watching W7 Live at Monona Grove girls basketball. We'll be right back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and sports fans of all ages. Welcome to Watertown High School for tonight's basketball game. The WIA requires good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators, education-based interscholastic events. Request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments, or other intimidating or taunting actions or chants will not be tolerated in our grounds for removal from tonight's set of competition. Please enjoy the game in a positive manner. The Watertown Council would also like to recognize the Watertown Regional Medical Center for being the official provider of orthopedic and sports medicine services. Tonight's athletic trainer is Amy Cleashaw.
Three-point shot is good. Julia Bruns for three.
One of the strengths of Julia's game is if you do give her an open shot from three, if she's in rhythm, she's a pretty darn good shooter. Nice step through.
Nice job by 15, Caitlin Shrimp for two. That's four. That's 6 for Shrimp.
Like a little mini Euro step and a nice little move there. Oh boy, gotta have your hands up. Nope.
35-31, Monona Grove by 4 with 15:27 to go. Izzy Peterson, no good. Rebound Blang, and Carly Roberts takes a spill on the floor. Blang into the lane till they stop her. Nobody does. Peyton Blang for two. Timeout, MG.
Well, it was 2 plays in a row. MG had, I think it was Julia on the ball, and she left the ball, and Izzy came right to the rim, and that time Peyton Blang got the rebound and dribbled the length of the court. Nobody stepped in front and said, okay, I'll shoot the layup.
Well, that's the first rule, right? Stop the ball.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other rules, but that's the one I know of.
With our team, we have 2 golden rules on defense. Stop ball, protect basket.
Those seem like pretty good rules to have.
If you got those 2
I mentioned my rule in baseball last year when I was in high school. My rule was stand against the wall and nothing go over your head. That's what my coach told me. And you know what? Nothing ever went over my head.
All right.
It's some kind of funky music going. It's a little Casey and the Sunshine Band happening. This is like the Matrix or something.
This is Max.
I like it. Oh, is this Max's mix here?
I'm just guessing. Max is like, 23, so he's...
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. I don't know about Casey and the Sunshine Band, though. Well, September. Nice feed. Great patience and a great job by Liz Ewell.
Nice work.
That was really nice.
Oregon worked the ball really well there. Moved the zone around. Found a gap. Man-to-man. Like to see that a little higher and wider with that, and there it is.
Warnock is fouled.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite actions.
She got an elbow to the throat while she's at it. That was the thanks for that.
MG's running that ball screen at about the lane line extended. I like it over a little bit more towards the sideline, maybe in between sideline and that lane line. It gives her a little bit more space to work with coming off that ball screen.
And not that she needs a pity party from me or anybody else, but I don't think people realize how beat up that kid gets during a game. And do it 31 times a year.
Sure.
And again, you just take for granted that she's going to be there, but I mean that's a decision every time. I'm staying in, I'm playing.
Yep. I think progressively throughout the year, she's gotten more and more physical as well.
Warnock sinks them both. 26 for Warnock. It's 39-33. Monona Grove by 6.
MG in their man-to-man. Peyton Nelson on the ball. Spectacular on-ball defender.
Boy, that's the wrong place to pick up that dribble is.
That's tough.
That's 5 seconds. Can't pick it up there. They're gonna hone in on that.
Yeah, Peyton did a great job of just containing the ball, kind of filtering it over there, and Izzy decided to stop dribbling. Anytime you get a trap on the sideline, I'll take it.
Nice feed, Warnock from Johnson.
Yep.
Nice pass by Darian.
Great awareness by both players. What Darian did a nice job there is not having her head down, not going downhill. She had some patience. McKenna's defender went to help early, so McKenna cut back door. Why McKenna's defender would leave her early is up for debate.
That's a discussion for a later time, probably. Privately, Coach Walmsley may have with some of his players. 41-33, 13:46 left. Well, this is the biggest lead that MG has had since they opened up 8-0.
Yep. Carly Roberts just came in. She's a sophomore. Actually, Carly and Peyton, who are guarding each other right now. So Peyton Nelson, number 4, Carly Roberts, number 12 for Oregon. They are teammates in the summer.
Nice. And so much of that, isn't there, Coach? I mean, there's just so much of that.
Yeah.
You know, the example I think of is with the Lakers. I mean, Tara Stoffaker and Natalie McNeil.
Sure.
In fact, we had a Laker girl that was, shouldn't say Laker girl, that's a cheerleader, I guess, but a player from the Lakers Wisconsin Lakers was our player of the game last night. Casey Ott from Slinger, freshman.
Okay.
Boy, talk about long and athletic, and boy, is she going to be something else. 5'11", great footwork.
Sure.
Really great for a freshman.
The high school basketball is very strong on the girls' side.
There's never been a better time to get involved in high school basketball than it is right now. Yeah. It has never been better. I'll take this over any Bucks game, over any Badgers, and I love the Badgers, but I'll do high school games any day before those. I love high school basketball. I don't love the Bucks as much. I mean, I love Giannis, but I'm not a huge Bucks guy. 3-point shot, Gorton.
Well, I'm a huge Bucks guy, Gary.
Are you? Okay.
I love
hey,
watching
I
the
like
Bucks.
them. I don't have anything against them. I like them. I'll listen on the radio if I'm on the way to a game or from a game.
Sure. I think my wife's a bigger Bucks fan than I am.
What's he say after the three-pointers? Not kaboom or something. What's bango or?
I think so.
Bango.
That sounds right. Yep. Because Bango is the mascot.
I was trying to come up with my own signature thing, but I haven't had any luck yet. Still searching for that.
Yeah, you don't need to be Chris Berman.
No?
No.
44-33, 11-point lead now for the Silver Eagles. This is kind of a tipping point for Oregon, I think. I mean, this is where you can get back in it or it can get away from you.
Yeah, they're man-to-man. There's that MG screen in the middle of the floor again.
Boy, nice feed from Warnock.
Yeah,
Christensen did not need that dribble because just went straight up with it.
Yep.
What do you attribute that to, Coach? Just while we're thinking about here, nice finish. Warnock from Gorton for two. Let's talk about this for a second. I would love to get your opinion just as a coach. You see so many times you get this pass into the post, and kids just feel this incessant need to take a dribble. It's like Woody Hayes with football and passing. He said, three things can happen and two of them are bad. What do you attribute that to? That these kids you see it over and over again, and it's so hard to coach it out of them.
Yeah, my hunch and something that we work very hard on in our program is teaching kids actually how to catch the ball when they're young. So if you watch youth basketball and it bleeds into varsity even, is kids that catch and put the ball on the ground right away out of habit. And it's a bad habit because the only time that you really want to put the ball on the ground right away is if you're attacking a gap, and that just doesn't happen all the time. So my hunch is that's where it probably stems from, especially down low. If you're right at the rim, go up strong with it right away. The only time you really want to put the ball on the ground down low in those types of situations is to get a better angle to go off of the backboard.
Even a drop step, you don't need a dribble on a drop step.
No. Yeah. No, but my hunch is that's where it stems from because you see it all the time. Kids just catching. Our big thing in Let It Rain is catch with 1-2 eyes to the rim. You got to act like you're shooting every time you catch it. That engages the defense and allows you to shoot it if you're open.
12:09 to go, second half. 46-33. There's a long shot by Ewell, no good. Warnock and Gorton fight over it, and Gorton comes down with it. Johnson, beg your pardon, Darian Johnson. Grandma Sally's going to get mad at me if I don't get that right.
Darian going strong to the hoop.
Darian, no good on the shot.
McKenna to clean it up again. Oh, boy.
Warnock, and one.
Yeah, she's too big, strong, and skilled to try to handle one-on-one. And Oregon, they've tried some zone a little bit. They've not tried anything other than straight man from what I've seen so far. And I just believe that if you're going to try to guard her one-on-one, you're asking for it.
Yeah. 48-33 with 11. Oh, we're on a running. Well, we shouldn't be on a running clock. I wouldn't think.
No.
That's a 15-point lead.
It's an MG thing. We slide $20 to the
oh, that's right.
timekeeper too.
That's right.
If we're up, they drain the
yes,
clock
that's how that works, right?
Down, they might add a little bit.
So is that before or after the tinfoil goes on the head type thing?
Yeah.
Or is that like in parallel? Is that how that works?
Yeah, I've only seen one instance where I felt like a kid could guard McKenna straight up, and that was Ella Fody for Edgewood last year when she was a freshman. And Ella's out with a ACL injury. We're hoping that she decides to step back into basketball next year. And if she does, Edgewood's going to be a monster next year. But she did a great job because she was as big and strong as McKenna and just as athletic, and she could bother her with length.
Runs for 3, no good. Out of bounds. While I got a second, Coach, I want to just say hello to a friend of mine and friend of W7 from the West Dallas Hale Huskies. Hannah Hadia plays for Coach Satiros and the Huskies. Hannah has had ACL injuries 2 years in a row and was back this year, and unfortunately she tore it again this week.
Oh,
and so her season is over. And boy, you talk about a really good kid and just a good athlete, and you know, that's hard to continually go through that. It reminds me of Carly Coldhart from Sun Prairie, went through that when she played, and it's just, you know. So thoughts to Hannah, and look forward to seeing you soon, kiddo. 3-point shot, no good, and rebound.
No,
Bruns on the
ACLs
rebound.
are a big problem, of course, for boys and girls, but
especially girls.
More so on the girls' side. The last stat I saw, I believe it was 6 times.
Yeah, that's. I think. In fact, I'd never heard that until you told me. I think that's where I remember hearing that from.
And it's, you know, you look at girls. You know, when I was growing up, they didn't play year-round basketball.
No.
And it was, you know, always you play your sport. They're more
We're not
active.
called for carrying the ball. She looks at the official like he's from outer space.
Yeah, but it's, you know, it's anatomically, girls as they get older, the hips get a little wider, and then hip to knee, it goes in.
Oh.
And that's generally what's happening there. They have to really get specific with how they train.
Nice drive to the rack, can't get it. Roberts on the putback, no good. See, Coach, I always love hanging out with you because I always learn something. I always walk out of a game saying, wow, I didn't know that. Coach Poole taught me something tonight. By the way, speaking of which, so I don't know if you watch any of our Milwaukee broadcasts, but Alexandria Poole has helped us out this year.
I've seen that.
And she went on vacation for a week. She was in Florida at Disney, and she texted me when she got back. She's like, not only am I not on the show anymore, but you've already replaced me, and the person has the same last name as I do. I mean, that. She said, you know, we're not just all generic. I'm like, whoa, I didn't say that.
No.
Shout out to Alex. She's a great kid. Just and boy, I'll tell you what. I've told everybody that will listen to this story. Someday when she's on ESPN, I'm gonna bust about 6 buttons and say she started at W7. I remember back when she was on W7. That's how talented she is.
Her and I are probably distant cousins.
Gotta be.
Something along those lines.
Great young lady, and really does it again for the same reason that you and I do what we do, and it's just really about the kids and how much, you know, she enjoys recognizing female athletes. 3-point shot, no good, and she was a heck of a one. So she played college basketball at Lewis University.
Okay.
And Menominee Falls graduate. Alex, I'm sharing your resume. I know she's watching.
Yeah, Menominee Falls, you got a lot of talent coming out
Yeah,
of that
for
area.
sure.
You got JP Takota, who's playing overseas right now. I went to college with his mother. His little brother is a freshman this year, starting on varsity, if I remember correctly. He's been having a nice season.
I'll take your word. My little brain can only hold room for girls basketball and girls athletics. Beyond that,
yeah, no. JP ended up at North Carolina, and he had a nice career.
Well, that's a pretty good place to play.
Yeah,
I mean, they know a thing or two about basketball down there, I think. Carly Roberts at the free throw line, first one in and good. Second one, also good. Roberts hits them both. She's the older one, right? She's the senior. Is that right?
12's the sophomore.
12's the sophomore, 33 is the senior.
Yep. So two teammates guarding each other again. This is Carly Roberts and Peyton Nelson. Nice denial of the ball screen there. I like that.
Bruns.
Little hesitation.
But I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Curran on the rebound. Shauna Curran for 2.
Nice job by Shauna there to gather strong, go up with some strength. Nice kickback. All right. Back down to 11. Oregon bringing some man-to-man
Caitlin
pressure.
Shrimp for 3. 51-40. That's 5-7-9 for Shrimp.
So I really love this action that MG's got going right now. They're putting the ball in McKenna's hands. They're giving her a ball screen. They're forcing Oregon to make decisions.
Warnock gets a 3.
Nice
54-40. Gonna have a timeout for Monona Grove. Hey, we're gonna take it with them. 54-40 is your score. Second half, 8:34 to go. You're watching W7 Live.
Coming off the high ball screen, feeds it to McKenna.
54-40. Probably should get a camera back on here for you guys. There you go.
Nice hands. 15, I believe that's Shrimp.
Caitlin Shrimp.
Nice
She's
hands.
had a nice little game.
She has. Junior. Looks like both these teams are fairly young.
Peyton Blank comes in for Peyton Nelson. 54-40, 8:15 left. Reminder, stick around for the W7 Live Player of the Game immediately following today's game. Good defense. That was a nice job by Curran.
Yelling out the move before it even happened. Heard him yelling up and under, up and under. That must be, oh boy.
Warnock, no good. Rebound, Oregon.
MG just falling right back into half-court man.
Liz Stotts, feed inside. Jenna Stotts, beg your pardon.
I'm gonna want to see
Peterson
that.
couldn't get anything out of that one. A lot of height to go against there for Izzy. 54-40 with 7:30 left. Oh, nice drop step and one. McKenna Warnock for two.
All right, so Coach, I was wondering, I was going to say, I wanted to see what MG was doing on defense there because it looked like some kids thought they were in man, others thought they were zone, and I just heard Coach Tyler yelling on 13. So reminding his kids that they're falling back to 1-3-1 is what I'm guessing he was conveying there.
McKenna Warnock has 35 points. The rest of the team has 21. McKenna has 35. 36.
It's easier said than done to slow her down.
It is, and again, we've talked about this before. I watch this team and I watch how they play, and at no point do I feel like the other kids are not getting, opportunities and looks and everything else, because they are. I didn't see who made that, Coach. I was too busy.
I believe it was Liz Uhl.
Liz Uhl for 3 for Oregon, but I mean, does that make sense? I mean, she's got 36 points, but yet I don't view that as selfish in any way whatsoever.
No, a lot of her buckets are, they're feeding her in the post. She's getting and one. She's getting,
yeah.
Oh, nice hands.
Nice job. Roberts on the steal.
Shrimp going to the bucket.
Shrimp in the line. Boy, nice job by Caitlin Shrimp.
Nice hustle by Roberts there.
Boy, that was a nice drive by Shrimp. I would love to see her finish that one. She said, you know what? I'd love to have seen it too. 57-43, 6.5 left. Jenny Gorton, spin move, picks up her dribble. Christensen at the baseline, back to Gorton. Feed into you-know-who. Warnock for 2.
Nice pass by Jenny Gorton. Good recognition. Nobody on the backside to help on that lob.
40 points for McKenna Warnock.
It's 1-3-1. It allows McKenna to be a little more passive on defense, rest a little bit. So
Darian Johnson has it knocked away, and we're going to have a foul.
What they
Is it a
called
foul?
was,
What
I
is it?
think they had Uhl tipped it, then she went out of bounds, then she came back in and was the first person to touch it. I believe that's what they had there.
59-43.
That lob play that if they're not paying attention to McKenna, they just throw it in.
Pop it up over the top. Yeah. 5 seconds. Well, those are quick. Those are quick
they?
5 seconds. 58-43.
Back to man for MG. Roberts is working hard down low.
Yeah, she is. Uh-oh, Shrimp.
Ooh.
Timeout, Oregon.
Pretty sure you have to have possession of the ball to get a timeout.
Well, you know. 5 seconds, you know. You also got to, you kind of got to give one in a while to their team, because otherwise it looks too obvious.
Well, the other thing we were talking about in the stands during the JV game is the jump ball calls are so fast these days.
Yeah.
It's literally like if the ball's on the ground and 2 people fall on the ground and they're within a foot of it, they're going to call a jump ball.
Yeah.
It's like you don't see it as much in the boys' game, but in the girls' game, it's like they just immediately want to call jump ball.
They're all over it, huh?
It's a little disappointing because let the kids fight a little bit, let them scrap.
Yeah. Well, reminder coming up tonight, 7:30 or 7:15, beg your pardon. Pregame 6:55. Madison Edgewood hosting Blackhawk. Blackhawk has now won 58 consecutive regular season games.
Holy cow!
It's pretty good.
What division are they?
5, D5
Okay.
for the Warriors. Hannah Butler, Bailey Butler, Natalie Lusinger. I mean, they got some really talented kids.
D5. I mean,
Yep.
You got talented kids at D5, you're going to win a lot of games.
Well, and I'll tell you what about them, about Blackhawk, what I love about them the very most is they will absolutely play anybody, anywhere, and proactively seek out higher level of competition, but they often get no because they're D5, and if you're a D1 or D2 program, you got no upside by playing them. Because if you win, well, yeah, they're D5, you should have won. And if you lose, I mean, you're going to get skewered. So, I mean, they have a hard time getting competition.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they'll do out-of-state games sometimes just because they can't fill their schedule with the quality of opponents that their players need. And that's you know, a testament to Coach Flanagan and the staff and the program there. They just do a fantastic job.
It sounds like it. It's probably similar to your kind of high-level D1 teams not wanting to go and play your smaller D1 teams
For
that
sure.
are very talented, because you go into their
Again, no D1 teams want to play Beaver Dam. Nobody wants that.
yeah.
Nobody wants anything to do with that. Arrowhead will do it. I mean, you know, Rick Whitty will take on anybody. But again, they have the same issue. Caitlin Shrimp will come out. Nice job so far tonight by Caitlin. 58-45, 4:40 left. Here's Peyton Nelson.
You got to believe Oregon's got to do something different here.
Well, and I was just going to say, I mean, it's a 13-point lead. It feels bigger than that somehow.
It does.
Because, I mean, this is not – the game's not over. I mean,
No.
they could get right back into this thing, but it feels like it's a way bigger lead than it is.
No, they got to try something different here to maybe create a little bit of pace, some turnovers. I'd like to see him, you know, maybe do something different with McKenna. But now with MG is in bonus.
Free throw, no good. Curran on the rebound. Boy, those are just killers.
But this is where you're playing McKenna straight up.
Good luck with that.
You know, why not do something a little different, try to make these other kids put the ball in the bucket, put the ball in the basket a little bit more often.
I mean, what do you think? Are you thinking like a box of one maybe? You know, something like that?
Well, just being a little more aware of where McKenna is and when she has the ball. So if you're the defender who's one pass away and McKenna has the ball, just being ultra aware of that, be in that gap. Don't give her any type of downhill action towards that basket. And to me, if you put length on McKenna and you really push her left, that's where you see her have a little bit more difficulty. You put up some resistance at least.
Why do so many teams play her straight man? I don't understand that. And again, it's not a slight on the other kids, but you know, you mentioned it earlier. I mean, you know, Peyton Blank's not going to take 3-point shots.
No.
And I mean, you could, you know, if you look at, I hate using men's basketball, but if you look at the '83 North Carolina State team, I mean, they put two guys on Ralph Sampson and left their guard just wide open, and that's how they beat him. I mean, how come nobody does anything like that on her?
I don't know.
They want to charge. You're not going to get a charge on that one. That was a nice little push off, but.
That's a quick shot. They created some pace there, which is what Oregon wants. If they can force MG into some quick misses, get the rebound, and hopefully get a good look at the basket here.
3-point shot, no good. I mean, again, it's not a knock on McKenna. I mean, she's a great player, but really nobody should have 40 points in a game. I mean,
not on a
you got to do something different. I mean, you can't let her have 40 points for crying out loud. Again, it's not a knock on her. I mean, she'll take what you give her and then plus a whole lot more. But you know, like you said, you got to do something different. I mean, the whole team's got 58 and she's got 40 of them.
Yeah.
Coach Wamsley's like, yeah, no kidding. Tell me something I don't know. Come over here, genius.
Oregon numerous times when McKenna's been in the post, they've left her one-on-one, and I bet you McKenna's got at least 15, 16 points just off of that action.
Nelson hits them both. 60-47 now in favor of Monona Grove. And to your point, Coach, I mean, you know, we've got to do something here. You're running up to 3 minutes and you're down 13.
MG playing tough, hard-nosed man. My favorite.
Boy, it's all about high hands, isn't it?
Yeah, you want to have active hands. Nice square up there.
Shot no good. Warnock, weak side rebound, and she's going to be fouled. That's on Izzy Peterson. Izzy says that's impossible.
So it's still single bonus. Going to go to double bonus here in just a quick moment because my hunch is Oregon's going to start fouling here pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, I think you're going to have to. You're down 13, 2:52 left, and you got you-know-who at the free throw line. Darian Johnson back in for MG. (14) Peyton, is that how do you pronounce it? Is that Spildy?
Yeah, that'd be my guess.
First free throw for Warnock is in and good. 61-47. 2:52 left. Well, big thanks to Max Etheridge just for his, advocacy for W7 and getting us in here and doing all the stuff he does. He does so much to support this program and give these girls a very special opportunity, and he really deserves a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, Max is a young man. I think he's 23-ish, somewhere in there.
I was an idiot at that age. I mean, I'm barely above that now. Just the character that young man has, and really the ability to look outside of himself and see other people.
Yep.
And at that age, you don't see that very often. Again, it's not a slight on kids that do, but I mean, it's a rare gift that you see somebody that young think outside of himself.
Yeah, and he's got a very clear path ahead of him that at least that he believes in, and that is he wants to get at the college level to coach. And his big plan now is he's going to the Final Four for the women's side. He wants to coach on the women's side and try to meet as many coaches as he can, network as much as he can, and try to figure out a way to get on a staff and build a career from there. So,
well, there's Coach Max, center frame there. No flannel today for
Coach Pete.
Coach Pete, I don't see the flannel.
I'm sure he's got one close.
Is the fiance here tonight? I mean, is she wearing the flannel?
I don't see Hannah. Well, no, I think I see her.
Did he enjoy my commentary on that from the Badger Challenge? I don't know if you heard about that.
I haven't asked him. But no, I don't think Hannah's got a flannel on either, unless she took it off because it was too warm in here.
Sans flannel, that's dangerous.
Immediate trap in the corner.
Yeah, trap in the corner on Blang. Boy, exactly what you said, Coach. Just the quick trigger on the jump ball.
There was no jump ball.
No, that ball was loose.
You could have called foul. You could have called travel.
Or really, didn't even call anything. The ball was loose on the floor still.
Yep, don't call anything.
Inbound pass. Peterson calling for it on the back door. Didn't get it. Nice drive. Liz Ewell, boy, she's had a nice game also. 62-51, 2:20 left.
Yeah, Oregon is not out of this yet.
No, not at all. Boy, a couple possessions here.
Whoa.
Ball on the floor. Still on the floor. Now that is a jump ball. That'll go. I'll go with that one. And on the possession, it is MG's ball. 62-51, 2:04 to go. Reminder, stick with us at W7 Live. Player of the game coming up immediately following this afternoon's game. McKenna.
Jump ball again.
I don't know what to say about that. She uses that forearm like a weapon, man.
Yeah. Clear a little space.
Yep.
She's limping a little bit.
Yeah, she is.
Well, if Oregon can get a 3 here and keep creating pace and turnovers, you never know.
You never know.
Double.
Liz Ewell, no good. And Warnock just yanks it down and says, I'll take that. Took it right away from Sedona Roberts.
Jesus, be strong with the ball here. Nice job by McKenna.
11-point lead with 1:30 to go, and we're going to have a foul on the floor.
That's double bonus, so she'll be shooting 2.
32, that's Liz Ewell. That's 2 on Liz. 10th team foul, so McKenna to the line for 2. Second one, no good. 63-51, 1:25.
Ooh, okay.
Shrimp, no good on the shot. Is Caitlin Shrimp? She's a junior.
Yeah. So right now you've got Uhl.
She's going to be a good player next year.
Shrimp and Peterson are all juniors.
Yeah.
So those are
Oregon's going to be good next year.
Sure.
I really like Shrimp. I like what I've seen out of her today.
And they've got 3 freshmen.
Where does she play? Do you know? Where she plays club?
Know.
I don't either.
Don't know. But they've got 3 freshmen on JV right now that play with us that I'll be coaching this summer. That I'll be floored if they're not on varsity contributing next year.
It's like we're getting opinions from the crowd on what the call should be. Nobody's asked us yet.
I think they're going back to New York to do the replay and figure out.
Well, they're asking the photographer right down in front of us what he saw, and he's happily to volunteer his information. And after all that is settled, it's going to be Monona Grove ball. Surprise, surprise.
Nice job by Peyton Nelson there.
1:10. You got the foul now for sure. 12-point lead. Or don't foul.
Oh.
Turnover. Here comes Shrimp. Pass ahead to Ewell. Nice job, Liz Ewell. That basket brought to you by Caitlin Shrimp from Oregon.
Oh. I'm surprised Monona Grove really attacked there in that last possession. Oregon was not fouling. You're up 12 at that point in time. You really didn't need to do much. I didn't feel like there was a lot of pressure on McKenna. She could have just kind of stayed up high with it.
Right.
Ooh.
First one for Blang, in and good. Blang's in. Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, McKenna just came out, and yeah, it looks like an ankle.
Second one, no good.
So we felt earlier like she might have tweaked something. She was limping, and it looked like when she hit the floor there, it happened again.
Timeout. Official timeout.
Not sure what's going on here. Is there maybe a fan that they're having an issue with?
Could be.
Oh, they're walking over in that direction. Now there must be, because they've got 2 people going over there to sit in the stands. That's just unfortunate.
Well, and unfortunate, and just it's becoming so common. It's just ridiculous. I just have absolutely no time for that. It's just ridiculous.
I think part of it is, unfortunately, that with the advent of club ball,
yeah,
parents.
Everybody thinks their kid's going to D1 to go play at Notre Dame.
Well, you've got that for sure. The other thing that I think gets missed is these kids all have so many options in the spring and summer, so the parents feel like they can complain, blame, don't take ownership, don't take accountability, bounce to another program, then bounce to another program. You got kids that have played for 4 different clubs.
Yeah.
And when they get into high school, they don't have options. You know, they got to stick at you know, their school, but the parents are used to behaving a certain way, and it bleeds over into the stands.
Yeah.
And it's just a blame mentality, a non-accountability mentality, which is just unfortunate, because the beautiful thing about sports at the high school level is it prepares you for life.
Well, and to your point, I mean, what I really love is if you look at the ladies on the floor, and you rarely see problems out of them.
Yes.
It's you know, it's always, you know, up in the stands where the problems are.
It's parents, unfortunately, with expectations that they're putting on their kids, me included at times, so don't feel like I'm preaching to anybody other than the choir. You can't put your expectations on your child. They're under enough duress and anxiety on that floor. The last thing they need to hear is their dad or mom yelling instructions and complaining about the coach, and it's just nonsense.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, high school's not like it was. High school's tough, man. You know, that's a lot of pressure these kids are under.
Yeah.
And I get it, the whole woe is me, these are first world problems. I agree, they are, but, you know, at the same time, I mean, you know, like you said, I mean, this is about a lot more than basketball, a lot more.
Well, I mean, basketball to me is the perfect metaphor to life, and from a sports perspective. There's nowhere to hide on the court. You got to be accountable on both sides of the floor. It's just a beautiful game. You got to share the ball to have success. You got to support each other to have success. That prepares you for good family life going forward. The surefire way to ruin it is by blaming other people and putting weird expectations on your child, other than just be a darn good teammate, play your butt off, and get better.
Shrimp on the 3, no good. That should do it. And that's the ball game. Final score: Monona Grove 65, Oregon 53. A good game by the Panthers. I thought they played well.
Yes.
And, you know, again, I think they'll take another step here this year, and then I think next year they're going to be a force.
They are.
We're going to take a break and come back with the W7 Live Player of the Game. Stick around. We'll be back with that. You're watching W7. We'll be right back.
Mama, he's crazy. Wait, can we practice without the camera on?
It's not on.
It's not. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
All this we're going to put in slow motion.
Oh, no. Is this going on Twitter?
It's going everywhere.
No!
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's not serious. No. No, because people think it's funny when I say that you're ridiculous. So you're just playing into it.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no. Sorry, I messed up. Come on. It's only one finger, right? Yeah. Okay, what do you want me to do with my hands? What do I do? Give me a facial expression. Just straight face. Okay.
I got your back.
Okay, thank you.
All you're gonna say on camera is, "My roots in slinger run deep." You could do that, can't you?
My roots in slinger run deep.
Easy money.
Is it going?
No.
W7 Live, back with the W7 Live player of the game. It is Darian Johnson from Monona Grove. Darian, great game tonight.
Thank you.
Well, you know, you guys came out again. Was it kind of hard coming out just because you haven't played in a while? I mean, was it a little different? You having all that time off?
Yeah, lots of practice, which helped us.
Did you guys get to practice a lot?
Yes, we practiced a lot while we didn't have school and we had our time off, but we still got our work in.
Oh, I'm sure of that. You know, you guys really seem to be hitting kind of the groove here as we get ready to go into February. I mean, and we're in February now, believe it or not. I mean, thoughts on where you guys are as a team? I mean, do you like where this team is and where you guys are playing right now, the level you're playing at?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of good chemistry, and that's coming from practice, and that's helping us a lot of where we are right now in the season. You
know, and it's funny you say that because we've had obviously several of the players on this year for several games, and you know, the one thing I constantly hear over and over again is the chemistry on this team. Talk about that. What's that like? I mean, what makes you say that the chemistry is so good on this group?
I mean, we get along on and off the court, so we just have fun when we're together no matter what.
You know, and it was kind of funny. Coach Poole and I were talking about this during the game, and you know, if you look at the box score and say, hey, McKenna had 41 points, which she did. I mean, if you watch the game and really watch it, it doesn't feel like it though. I mean, it feels like, you know, everybody's involved. I mean, it doesn't feel it's not a one-person show. I mean, does that make sense? I mean, you guys don't approach it that way.
Yeah, we all work together. We like to get McKenna the ball in the post because that's where she's best at, but I think we all work together to get good shots.
Coach, thoughts here for Darian?
No, great game.
Thank you.
Just a couple quick questions, if you don't mind. So in your life, who do you feel has been the biggest motivator or person that's kind of pushed you along in your journey in life so far?
I think mostly my dad. He introduced me to basketball because he's played his entire life. So it helped a lot having my dad there always, every game, every practice.
That does not surprise me. Your dad's an awesome guy.
He is,
awesome
for
guy.
Sure. He definitely is.
And for those of you that don't know, Coach Danny is the head JV coach, coaches my daughter. He's been fantastic all year with her. Lastly, what do you feel like the game of basketball has given back to you?
I think that it's given me a lot of friendships, and it's helped me become a better person because I think it's a privilege to be able to play basketball, and I'm really glad that I have that opportunity.
So can we, that's a fantastic answer. Could we maybe say, hey, parents, pay attention to that answer when you're up in the stands?
Right here.
That's what the game is all about. It's not just about how many points your kid scores.
Absolutely.
Or
absolutely.
So that's a fantastic answer.
Thank you.
I got a photo at halftime with Grandma Sally today. So she came over and said hi. I got to meet her. It was great. We did a photo together. She didn't want to do it at first, but I insisted. So she had to say yes. So Darian, hey, great game. Good luck to you guys the rest of the way. I know senior night coming up. It's kind of a bittersweet thing, right? I mean, it's great, but at the same time, I mean, it's got to be hard for you guys to see the kind of the clock starting to wind out here. But I think big things in store for this team the rest of the way through.
Yep.
All right, hey, good luck to you. Darian Johnson, the W7 Live player of the game. Now, I have not prepped Darian for this at all, and hopefully she's going to know the answer to this, but we're going to see. All right, Darian, are you ready for the question?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. So, and again, this is no prepping. Darian, have I prepped you in any way?
No.
Here we go. So, Darian, everything W7 does, we do for who?
For the girls.
Darian Johnson, our player of the game. Stick with us, 7:15 tonight. We'll be back for Edgewood and Blackhawk. Coach Poole, as always, a pleasure, sir. Thank you so much for everything.
Yep.
You've been watching W7 Live. We'll be back. We'll see you tonight, 6:55 pregame right here on W7. Have a great rest of your night.